Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Millionaire Mindset Mornings, or every morning at 8 a.m. in the month of September. I have been going live with you and sharing with you some tips and strategies to help you grow in your business and in your side hustle. I do have some exciting news for you on today that I am going to be sharing a little bit later. Today is day 27 of our Millionaire Mindset Mornings, and we are in week 4 where we have been focusing on the inner millionaire. And this week's focus has not been just exclusively or specifically on your bank account, it's more so been focused on the best version of you so that not only can you obtain wealth, but you can actually sustain it and maintain it, okay? Because your outer world often reflects your inner world. So that's what we've been diving into on today. All right. But for day 27, our topic is we're talking vision over validation. So let me put the topic up on the screen and we'll get into it. Usually, what I do is I share 3 points with you, and then I have a millionaire mindset step for you to take. So, today we're talking about vision over validation. And today's topic will not be very long either because, like I said, I have some exciting news for you. I have a lot of stuff planned for you today that I'm going to be rolling out and sharing with you. So, your girl has been grinding. So if I look a little weary, if I look a little frayed and frazzled, that's why your girl has been busy. And then there's also been stuff going on, both personally, business wise, as well as me trying to work on stuff for this. So I probably look a little rough. I probably sound a little rough, but it's only because your girl has been busy grinding. But like I said, stay tuned to the end because I got some exciting news for you that I can't wait to share. All right. But let's get into today's topic. All right. So, vision over validation, because I want you to stop trading your future over just a few likes. I know everybody's doing things for likes and, popularity and to be seen and everything, but don't trade your vision for likes, okay? Because those claps, those applause, they won't pay your bills, okay? Only your vision will. Like on yesterday when I mentioned this topic, I told you that your vision is going to take you places where the crowd can't clap you into, the crowd can't hype you into, okay? All right, because where you're going, you need to be able to walk in those spaces and walk in those settings without the applause, without the crowd cheering you on, okay? Because your vision is so much greater. So that is what we're going to talk about on today. So our first point for today is applause ain't assets, okay? Let me put that on the screen. Applause is not assets. Ain't assets. I like that alliteration. So point one, applause ain't assets. All right, let me put that up. Because oftentimes, yeah, that applause, those claps, the celebrations, they feel really good. It feels really nice when people are clapping and cheering for us and everything. But at the end of the day, it doesn't build wealth, okay? And also it's fickle and fleeting because people can clap for you one day and tomorrow they'll be clowning you. So one day they clapping, the next day they clowning. One day they clapping, the next day they clowning you. Okay. So the applause is fickle, it's fleeting, and sometimes it's just straight up phony. Okay. So you can't get caught up in that. And I've shared with you many times on my channel how if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you're a side hustler, you have to be so self-aware, because if you're relying on other people to tell you whether or not you're doing a good job, that is not going to be a good barometer of how well you're doing, okay? Because people's comments are fleeting, people's comments are going to change One minute they're going to love you, the next minute they're going to hate you. So you can't go off of that, okay? You can't go off their vibes. You got to know for yourself, like, I'm doing my best. I'm putting in my best effort. I'm bringing out my best work, my best results and stuff. You got to start taking inventory of yourself, okay? And that's where your vision comes in. The vision that you have, the vision that you set for yourself, that's where that comes in, okay? Because applause ain't assets, all right? Um, the second point I'm going to make is your vision keeps you focused. All right. So if your eyes on the applause and who's cheering for you, who's clapping for you, then your focus is divided. You can't be worried about who's cheering for you. You can't be worried about, oh, this person said I did really good, or this person gave me all these different compliments, or this person really loves what I do. You can't be focused on that, okay? You have to be focused on the vision that you had, because like I said in the first point, the people's applause, the people's cheering, and the people's clapping, it is fickle and fleeting, all right? One day they're clapping for you, the next day they're clowning you, okay? So you can't rely on that. So let me put point number 2 up. But your vision, if you know where you're going, it doesn't matter who's cheering for you. It doesn't matter who's clapping for you. You know where you're going. You know what you're destined to do. You know what you are working on and what you see for yourself. So that is what keeps you focused. But if you start worrying about, oh, this person is cheering me on, or now this person is not cheering me on, guess what? It gets you distracted and gets your focus off of your vision and where you need to go. Okay? Hold on. Y'all, let me delete this. I just realized I didn't put the full point up there. The point 2 is, see, I was talking and trying to type at the same time. Vision keeps you focused. That is point number 2. Vision keeps you focused, okay? There we go. Let me put it up on the screen. Your vision forces you to stay locked in when nobody is cheering, okay? That's what your vision does. It keeps you locked in and loaded so you're not distracted. That's how people get, you see it happen to like celebrities, famous people, when they're so focused on who's cheering for them, who's clapping for them, and then when that's not happening, they either get depressed, they start spiraling. It's just not healthy. So you can't be reliant on that, okay? Because you will have ups and downs based off of what people are saying about you, based off of who's watching you, who's encouraging you. Now that's not to say have people in your circle who are your cheerleaders, okay? But you shouldn't be, and not to say you shouldn't have people in your circle who help encourage you and boost you up. That's not saying that. But you can't solely be reliant on that, all right? You have to have your own vision, your own drive. Because, like I said at the top of the video, when you have that vision, when you have that focus, your vision is going to take you into places where the applause can't hype you into. They can't clap you into, okay? You already got to know where you're walking into. All right. The third and final point I have for you is that validation is short term, but vision is legacy, okay? Because all of the things I said before kind of culminates to this point, because your validation, it fades the second the attention shifts. The second they find something new that's hot, then their attention is not on you anymore. And it's not even something you probably did. It's just that something new is out there that's captured their attention. But let me put this in. Validation is short term. Vision is legacy. And that's just the way people are programmed. Even with our algorithms and stuff like that, like your news feed, the topics only like on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, the topics only stay in your news feed for a certain amount of time. And then it moves on to something else. Something else will capture your attention. And they're telling us, oh, time to move on. Enough of that topic, enough of that post, enough of this video. There's a new video out that you need to have eyeballs on. And also, too, um, they studies show like people's attention span is not longer than a few seconds. So if you don't capture their attention quickly, then they're moving on to the next thing. So if you know that, then don't get caught up with who's paying attention to you, who's cheering for you, because their attention is so fickle. We as a society have ADD. Our attention is not is not on anything for a sustained period of time, okay, at all. So, and this is not to knock anyone who does truly have ADD, or know someone who has ADD, or suffers from ADD. But literally, as a society, we are like a microwave society. We want stuff so instant, and our attention span is so short. It's like we have ADD. It's no wonder there's an increase in ADD and ADHD in children, because that's how information is being fed to us. That's how our news feeds, and when I say news feeds, our social media news feeds are designed. It's okay, let's show them this real quick, and then they move on to something else. Okay. So remember, validation is short term, but when you have a vision, that is legacy. Okay. Because the second the attention shifts, that's when your validation, what they consider valid for you, it kind of fades. All right. But when you have that vision, it creates something that lasts longer, or lasts long after the crowd goes home. And that's what you need to be trying to create. Okay. All right. So those were your 3 points that I had. I'm going to do a quick recap of them. We are talking about vision over validation today. The first point was applause ain't assets. All right. The applause, it does not help you to build wealth. The second point was your vision helps to keep you focused. Okay. Don't focus on the attention, focus on your vision. And the third point was that validation is short term. So vision is legacy. So if you're waiting for the attention to justify you being valid, to justify you being legit, don't worry about that, because that validation is only short term. It's only as long as their attention span is. But the legacy that you're building with your vision is what is going to be your legacy. All right. Now, as always, I have a millionaire mindset action step that I would like for you to take. What I want you to do is write down your top three distractions that pull you toward validation. What are the things that you are getting distracted with that is making you feel valid, making you feel seen? Maybe it's like, hey, when you post on Instagram or something like that, seeing how many likes you have. Maybe it's trying to see how many followers you have. What is the distractions? Maybe it's seeing, oh, I'm doing better than my friend, or my neighbor, or even my family member. Maybe those are some distractions. Like you're trying to outdo people, and that's a distraction because you are trying to get validation in these areas or from these people. Okay. And I want you to replace each one with a vision based action that you can take today. What does that vision look like? What does your vision look like? So replace those distractions with a vision based action. Okay. Now, what I like for you to do is drop the word vision. If you're done chasing after the claps, done chasing after the applause, and you're ready to chase after your legacy, put vision in the chat. Y'all know vision is so important to me. So put vision in the chat, all right? Because remember, applause, they won't pay your bills, but your vision ultimately will. So I need you to stay focused, stay consistent, and let your legacy be louder than the crowd, okay? As always, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And I told you I have some exciting news for you. So, what I want to share with you is I told you guys I have been trying to get new content out for you, and I have created a Facebook community. It will officially go live this, it will officially go live this evening at 7 p.m. So, you will see ways to join after that time. Join the Facebook group. So please make sure you stay connected to me. Now, if you like this, I can't wait that long. I do have something else, a little freebie for you that will be rolling out later on this afternoon that you can also grab, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you a lot of content, and not just fluff content that is going to help you. So be on the lookout. My Facebook group will go live today at 7 p.m. And in the meantime, this afternoon, I'll also be dropping a freebie for you to get attached to. And it won't be on my YouTube page or anything like that. The freebie, well, I might share it on my YouTube page as well. But just make sure you're connected to me so you can see about how to get that little freebie, as well as about how to join my new Facebook community. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about being able to interact with you guys in a more intimate setting, in a more community based setting. So that's what I want. And I really and truly want to help you when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your side hustles, when it comes to your business. So I feel like in this Facebook group, I will be able to do that a little bit more easily, so that I can make sure I'm addressing the things that you need. Because here, when I'm on the video, these are the videos, that I'm kind of making based off of what I think you might want to see. But at least in the Facebook group, you'll be able to communicate with me on a regular basis and tell me, hey, this is what I need. This is what I need help with in my business. These are the type of resources that I'm looking for. So that way I can make sure I'm providing you with the best support possible. All right. So be on the lookout, 7 p.m. This evening, the Facebook group will officially go live. But until then, I'm also going to be dropping a little freebie later this afternoon as well. All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to all of my Gold Digger fam. I always say I'm so thankful and grateful to each of you who follow me on YouTube or any of my social media platforms. I do not take it lightly. And that's why I'm so excited about this community. I do not take this responsibility I have lightly to help you in your business. Okay. So I hope that you will partner with me and join with me in the Facebook group so that we can continue to connect, stay connected, and continue to grow together. All right. Have a wonderful Saturday, everyone. And until next time, oh, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. For another Millionaire Mindset morning. I forgot to even tell you, tomorrow we're going to be talking about becoming before receiving. So tune in then. Yeah, it'll be another good morning. All right. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful Saturday.